Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. It has been a while since I picked up the camera. June 25th was actually the last day that I filmed anything, and that was River's birthday vlog. And it was just a much needed break. The girls were done with dance and had a 3-week break. We're about to finish that up. Tomorrow's the last day of that, and I just needed to kind of step away and just be with them. And we had some homeschool to finish up and lots of summer preparations to make. Bailey's birthday party is the end of July, so we wanted to get everything done for that. Anyways, there was a lot of stuff to do, and I just felt like I needed a break. So it feels weird to be talking to a camera again, even just after a couple weeks break, but here I am. I need to check in with you guys and do my goals video because I want to keep you updated, but also hold myself accountable for these goals that I make every month for myself. If you're new here and this is the first video you're seeing, I started in January of this year setting goals every month, and I check in with you guys on how I did for the goals of the previous month and then what my new goals are for the future month coming up. And then in some videos I also do a reset routine kind of thing to kind of take care of something or a few things that have been bothering me throughout that whole month. So today I'm going to go over what my June goals were and how I did, and then I will tell you guys what my July goals are so we can kind of see next month how I did on those. Alright, the first category that I set a goal in was in my health category, and this was to meditate, or to start to try to learn how to do that. And this comes from, I've been reading the book Eat to Love, which is a really great book. It's way different than any other book I've read about eating and mindset, and that was one of my goals in a previous month, was to kind of try to figure out where my mindset was kind of going wrong with it. And this book has really helped me a lot. I have finished it and it is great and I highly recommend it, but it's definitely something that is unexpected, kind of the way that it's laid out, but then it all comes full circle, makes complete sense, and really has changed the way I think about eating. But as part of that book, it wants you to meditate in a specific way and just kind of allow the feelings and thoughts and cravings to enter your mind, and then just kind of let them go out the back door basically. And you actually meditate with your eyes open in this case, which I think I've tried to meditate once before, and it was just hard for me because I am a person who, my mind is always busy. At night to go to sleep, I have to have some kind of a show playing or music or something like that, so that I'm not thinking about all the other million things that I am thinking about at all times of the day. Otherwise I can't fall asleep unless I'm just completely exhausted. But I can't just sit down and watch a movie on the couch and relax. I have to, if I do that, I start to get anxiety, physical anxiety sensations, because I'm not doing something else. And this is something that I know I need to work on, and I know it's an area I want to improve in for sure. But I need to be folding laundry while I watch the movie, or even putting stickers in my planner, or working on my planner while I watch it, or something else. Otherwise I either just fall asleep because I don't want to feel those feelings of anxiety, or I just try to kind of work through it. So anyways, with that kind of mindset, knowing what my mind goes through, meditating does not come easy to me. It is not a natural thing for me to sit down and be with my thoughts basically. So I have definitely tried a few times, and I'm definitely I'm not going to give up. I think that it's something I really need to improve on. I really need to calm my mind, and I think it will help just in all areas of my life. And so I did start kind of dabbling my toes with that, but I have not come anywhere near actually fully meditating and being all in with it. So I made progress toward that goal. I'm going to continue making progress toward that goal, and that's one that's definitely going to be a long-term process for me, but we're going to work on it. Personal growth goal for June was time management. I really wanted to get better at time management because, like I mentioned, summertime is crazy for us. We have between mid-June, when the girls' dance recital takes place, which was on the 18th this year, and the second week of July when summer classes start back up. That's really the only partially not busy time. And it's even like we have River's birthday party on the 25th, and then the 4th of July obviously happens within that. So there are things going on, but it's the only like downtime in the summer other than when we go camping. And so we have a crazy busy summer, and I'm very thankful for all of it. It's all fun stuff. It's all good stuff. It's all stuff we're looking forward to. And by no means am I complaining about it, but it's just the reality is that it is very busy. And so I wanted to get good at time management this month, or like make that a priority, because I wanted to like prepare ahead of time as much as I possibly could for things and prioritize things that I want to get done in that time frame so that I could set myself up for success for the rest of the summer, if that makes sense. And I definitely achieved this goal. There were so many times, like I still took naps occasionally, for sure, but there are so many times where I'm like, I just want to lay down and read my book or whatever. Once I put River down for a nap and the girls were done with their school and they were kind of having free time, ran off to their room or whatever, I just like, it's very easy at that point of the day to just like sit on the couch and read a book and then sometimes fall asleep and take a nap. But that ends up being like 2 hours because the girls play so well together, and then River's full nap goes by and I literally accomplish nothing. And I don't like, when that happens, I don't fault myself for it, because obviously my body needs the rest, and that's also productive in my mind now. It never used to be, but now it is. But I did that a lot less this past month. There was just instead of saying like, I'm going to do this tomorrow or I'll do this later, I would tell myself, if I caught myself saying that, I would be like, okay, I could do this tomorrow, but do I want to wake up to this? If I say I'm going to do this tomorrow, it feels good in this moment, but is it going to feel good tomorrow when that pile of laundry is still sitting there, or you know, the budget wasn't done, or and now I have 3 days worth instead of one, or whatever the case may be. Like, I'm trying to kind of get into that mindset of how is this going to feel tomorrow when I try to go do something and this is not completed. And that has been really helping me not procrastinate things, which has helped me with my time management tremendously. So that is definitely really good. Financial, I wanted to start fundraising, kind of, not actually start fundraising necessarily, but planning a garage sale that we're going to have. The girls do competitive dance. They both made the hip hop team and the jazz team, and then they both are they were invited to do additionals. Bailey was invited to do a solo in jazz, and Quinn was invited to do a jazz duo. And so that's going to add up a lot, of course, and we wanted to kind of like get fundraising motions going for like a plan of what we're going to do. I overachieved on this one. I agreed to be the head of the fundraising guild at the girls dance studio. So now I'm not just planning our own little fundraisers that we're doing, I'm planning the fundraisers for the whole company team, which is, it's right up my alley. It's stuff I love anyways, and it's going to be great. And I already have a binder printed out a page to put in the binder that says like, you know, fundraising committee 2022, 2023, you made it all pretty like I always do. And I've got all the fundraisers laid out. And then a good friend of mine is the other member of the fundraising guild, and we work really, really well together. So I'm excited for this year because we work well together. We're always at the studio together anyways because our kids are the same age. And we have differing, like, our minds work in different ways, but they work well together, if that makes sense. So we have kind of laid out all of the fundraisers, most, like probably say 90% of what we're going to do for fundraising for the whole year, and I'm super excited. So I didn't just plan our garage sale, I planned like everything. So a huge check mark on that one. All right, my business goals for June were to film and post 2 videos a week and to try to get a full week ahead, and as evidenced by the last couple weeks, I have not done that. I'm going to be shifting my business goals a little bit this month, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but I definitely, I don't know, I'm kind of having like a little bit of a mindset shift, so I'll fill you in just a minute on that. Homeschool goal was to do all the prep for the next school year, and this was prefaced with, this was not going to be something that I expected to fully get done in June, but I wanted to get a good chunk of it done, and then it was going to go into July. So July's homeschool goal is also to finish basically all of the homeschool prep for the next school year. I did a good chunk of it in June. I actually did get a lot of it done. Our homeschool classroom is a complete disaster. It became like a catch-all space because we aren't using it right now. So I'm going to be filming kind of like get my classroom back in order type of video soon, hopefully this weekend. And I need to do that and kind of get everything in place. But as far as like, I have all the curriculum, I have lists of all the supplies that I need. So I've kind of done a lot of the like tedious work. So now I just need to do the action work, like get everything together basically. So I achieved the goal of getting a good chunk of that done. And then my relationship goal was to make Father's Day special for Anthony. And I feel like we did that. My birthday is June 18th. That was also the day of the dance recital. And then Father's Day was the day after that. And then River's birthday party was the Saturday after that. And so obviously with the 18th being the recital and the just kind of like craziness that there was all day long type of thing, there wasn't going to be any birthday party prep happening. So we knew that some of that was going to have to happen on Father's Day, but I still wanted to make it special for him because he is very special to us. And we did stay home. We basically hung out as a family all day. We did do like yard work and stuff to get things ready, but we all did it together. Made him eggs Benedict for breakfast, which I never make, and I think I've tried it once before and I don't remember if it turned out well, but he loved it this time. He said it was like restaurant quality. So we did that, and then we got him his favorite beer to have and just kind of like made it special for him, and the girls made him cards and stuff like that. So we played a game together. So I don't know, it was a really good day. I thought so. That's kind of like for him and I both, that's like our ideal day, just spending time together, getting stuff done, but not being like overly worked throughout the day and just spending a lot of time together, and that is what makes it special. So I will say that we achieved that one for sure. Okay, moving forward into July, my health goal for July is to prioritize sleep. This is going to be hard for me. I work best late at night, and I think part of that's just because like that's when the kids are in bed and I have time to like sit down and do the things that take my focus. But I really want to shift that late night to morning, and I don't mean necessarily getting up at 4 in the morning or anything crazy like that. I have always been a person that functions better at night than in the morning. Like if the clock says anything before 8 a.m., for sure 7 a.m., but even before 8 a.m. my brain's just like, nope, it's still sleep time. But I've always wanted to be able to prioritize mornings because I am sharper in the mornings. My brain's rested, obviously. By the end of the night, it's like 11 o'clock at night, trying to do our budget or plan out meals and stuff. Like it takes twice as long as it should because I'm so tired. And so it would be more effective for me to get to bed a little bit earlier instead of staying up to do those things, and then waking up a little earlier, even like an hour earlier than I normally do. So in July, I am going to prioritize sleep. I am going to attempt to, like, it's July 6th already, so we're already partway into the month, but for the rest of the month, I want to try to wake up by 6:30 for sure, but I want to aim for 6, but I want to be in bed by like 10:30 so I can be asleep hopefully by 11 each night, so that I can still get a full night's sleep and feel rested, but not give up my like hour of productivity with no kids being awake. So that is my July goal. This is definitely going to be the hardest one for me yet, but I'm going to do my best and not get down on myself if I don't succeed a day or two here and there. For my personal growth goal this month is, it's kind of tying into what I just said about my health goal, which is prioritizing sleep. But for my personal growth goal, I really want to take that time that I am awake to do something that is a personal growth thing for me. And so, but I don't want to make this one thing this month. So for this month, I've noticed that when I say like, I want to finish this one book, it becomes more of a chore than something I'm enjoying, if that makes sense. And so I don't want to necessarily say like, for my personal growth goal, I'm going to read this book this month or something, or watch this podcast or something, because it really does become like a chore and I don't enjoy it. But what I am going to do is take at least 20 minutes of my mornings before my kids are awake and do something along those lines. So it could be reading I'm reading like 4 books right now because that's how my brain works. I can't just read like one book and finish it all the way through and then start another one. Like I have like 3 to 4 different books that I'm reading through at one time, and like whatever I feel like reading through at that moment is what I grab. And so it might be reading one of my books, which some of them are just for fun. I'm reading Where the Crawdads Sing right now, which is really good. Some of them are personal growth. Like I have a Rachel Hollis book that I'm wanting to read that I picked up for super cheap. And some of them are health related. My Thyroid Connection book that I really love that I kind of want to read through again because it's been a while and I just kind of need a boost. Financial books. I have a Dave Ramsey book that I love that I feel like I need to read again because I'm starting to lose motivation in that area of my life. And, you know, or listening to a podcast if I want to like do the dishes or something, and just listening to a podcast or something that's going to make me a better person. I want to take 20 minutes of every morning to do something along those lines. So that's my personal growth goal for July. My financial goal, I kind of alluded to this just now, but I feel like we're slipping a little bit in our discipline with our money. And I feel like that because we didn't budget the entire month of June. I think the first week we did. And then after that, we kind of just like stopped. And every time we do that, every time we stop telling our money where to go, we always go to the end of the month and go, where the heck did all this money go? Like, what are we spending our money on? And it's hours of work to go back and add it all up and find, you know, where, because sometimes we spend cash and sometimes it's not. And so it's very hard. And like if we get something at a Walmart grocery delivery, well, not all of that's groceries because it might be like household items and stuff because we split things up into categories to keep track of. And so it might be clothing, whatever the case may be. And so it's a lot of work to go back and try to figure out where you spent the money. And it's way more stressful than just keeping up with it day to day. And we do this, we go through periods where we kind of do this and then we like kick ourselves for it. And then we get back on track and then it feels really good to be back on track. So this month for July, the financial goal is to get back on track with budgeting, with sticking to our budget, with, you know, like setting our limits of what we're going to spend in each category and sticking to them, and figuring out where we need to do any adjustments because things are getting a lot more expensive. So that is kind of the financial goal for July. I'm going to skip past business goal because that's going to be the last thing I want to talk about. I talked about my homeschool goal already. That was to continue and actually finish all of the prep for the next school year. So the relationship goal is the next one. And this one is a super easy one because we have really good friends that used to live here. Their daughter used to dance with our girls and they moved away to Texas about a year ago. And they are back in town for almost the whole month. And so for my relationship goal, I really want to spend some time with them. We have to share them with other people, unfortunately, but I really want to like do at least a few different things. We have a barbecue plan with them. We are hoping to try to go out to lunch with just the girls and leave the kids at home with their dads and stuff and just kind of catch up in that respect, and hopefully take the kids to the park together and have some play dates and stuff. And so I'm really hoping to make that a priority this month, even though it is a crazy busy month with dance starting back up and Bailey's birthday party and our garage sale fundraiser at the end of the month. I really want to prioritize that relationship because we don't get to see them often, and after this it's probably going to be a while before that opportunity presents itself again. So that's an easy one. Now going back to business. So I have had a lot going on in my mind about what direction I want my business to go in, and my business is, because I have more than one very part-time businesses, and this is one of them. This is not started as a like, I'm going to start this YouTube channel to make money. Like, it was not started as that by any means. I'm not making a ton of money. I'm making some, but I have been kind of like, my business goals every month have been focused around this channel. And I just feel like my heart's telling me that that's not the direction I should be going in. And I don't mean like I shouldn't have this channel, because I love having this channel. I love the relationships that we've built. I love the community that we've built. And I I love the creative outlet that this allows me to film videos and kind of like check in with you guys and show you aspects of how I live this imperfect motherhood life that's perfect for us, hence the name. And I don't see myself going anywhere anytime soon when it comes to this channel, but I have shifted my gears a little bit to what the business side of it, because like I said, this channel was never started to make money. That was never the purpose of this. And I feel like changing it to that purpose in my mind, or even like having that as a partial purpose of it, it doesn't feel 100% right. And so I have been reflecting on that a lot over the past year for sure, but over the past few months, like more in depth. And some of you may have known that I started a YouTube channel for my tutoring. I tutor high school students, middle and high school students, in primarily algebra and geometry, algebra 1 and 2 and geometry. And so I started a new channel for that, and I still haven't posted any videos on that channel. And I think that was also because it didn't feel like that was fully the right move. Like, I don't know. I still think I'm going to utilize that at some point, but I have basically been doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of researching, a lot of like, I want to find a way to make money for our family, but I don't want to compromise the intention of what I'm doing here, if that makes sense. So I want to motivate everybody. That's my intention. I want to motivate you all, to show you all that not everybody has a perfect home that's Pinterest perfect, but that we can still strive to be better, that we can still love ourselves through things, even though we're all imperfect and all should be continuously trying to improve ourselves. We can still love ourselves through that process while we're doing that, and not beat ourselves up for not reaching certain goals that we want to reach, whatever they may be, health-wise, business-wise, relationship-wise, whatever. And so I kind of want to take, like, I'm not saying that I won't do any sponsored content here at all, but it's not going to be a primary focus for me because I have shifted gears completely, and I can't really say too much about what I'm planning and what kind of I'm starting to put in motion, because I don't really know fully for myself where this is going to go. But I know I can tell you it has to do with tutoring, and I can tell you it has to do with being online in some way, shape, or form with that, and turning it into a scalable business that can sustain our family. And so I'm figuring out all of the aspects of how that's going to work, but it's going to do something with that. So anyways, my business goal for July is all about that. So there's no way I can figure out exactly what I'm doing in 1 month, in like less than a month, like 3 weeks now. But I do want to just continue to take strides in that direction and to solidify some of the things that I want to do, and kind of pin down the exact focus of where I want to head towards in my online tutoring business. And that's because I have like a handful of ideas of how I could make this work, and I just really want to pick something and go with it. And so that is my goal for July, is to pin down like where my target is, and to be able to say like, this is what my business will be by the end of this month. So that is all for today's video. This is a long-winded one, and it's probably because I haven't talked to you guys in a couple weeks, so I feel like I need to catch you all up on stuff. But I'm excited for the summer. It's going to be so much fun, and I will definitely continue doing these goals videos. I think it's good for me for sure, but hopefully it's good for you too, and gives you motivation to do this as well. If it does, please let me know in the comments. Share with us what your goals are, or how this inspires you, if it does at all. If you have any ideas in the online business space, I am all ears for advice, and to just kind of like learn from people who've been through the trenches on their own journeys, basically. So that is all for now. I hope you enjoyed it, but for now, remember to stay humble, be kind, and I will see you next time.
Jump into the car on a Friday wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar